Tell me about your years in Detroit. Tell me about the Pistons and your experience there.
You know, not probably, I think in my development, I think Detroit was probably the most influential. I was always kind of sheltered. You know, I was sheltered in Alexandria because of the segregation thing. I was sheltered in college because we, you know, even in Syracuse, you know, I was kind of sheltered because in my 6 years in Syracuse, every black person I knew, we all lived in the 15th Ward. That was our enclave. So, and in Syracuse, you know, I mean, black folks weren't doing a lot of things. Then you come to Detroit, where black folks doing everything, you know. But it's, I forged some relationships in that town that were just amazing. My brother used to say to me, you know, man, when you coming home? When you lived in D.C., you loved Washington. I said, Ted, man, you know, I've been living here for 40 years, man. I mean, how can you live in a place for 40 years and not call it home? I said, plus, it's the kind of place where I forged relationships with people where they're never going to let you get hurt. And that's the true meaning of home. It just, I mean, it was a fabulous place. I mean, the Pistons, you know, with some good things, some bad things, but in 1971, I was the head coach of the Pistons, maybe 71, 72. And I went to my owner, Fred's owner. A lot of folks criticized this man. I loved him dearly. I mean, he's a fabulous man to me. I said, Mrs. Arnold, I need an assistant coach. He said, well, who you want? I said, I got a list of one. And I'm talking to the owner. He said, well, who is the one? I said, you know, Ray Scott, one of our ex-players. He said, that's who you want? I said, yes, sir. Now, in this 71, now you got two black coaches running a pro franchise. So Detroit was good to me. They're like any other professional franchise. You lose, you're gonna get fired. I mean, that's a given. I mean, when you sign a professional contract to coach, you know, you also you sign your termination papers. But they reserve the date, right? Because you going sooner or later. You go, unless you like Red Auerbach, you know, and, you know, you got Russell and all them people. But if you got just a regular team, you're gonna get fired.
But wasn't one of your leading players injured during?
Yeah, Dave Bing. Dave Bing is. We have a special relationship. I mean, he's. I think it was Ernest Hemingway. I have to say something that folks know I went to college, right? Ernest Hemingway said class. He defined class as, very simply, grace under pressure. And that was Dave Bing, personified. I mean, this guy was, and even now, I mean, he's just a class act. You know, he left basketball and went into the business, and people told him, don't put it in Detroit, you're going to go broke. And 25 years later, he just celebrated his 25th year in business in Detroit. So.
And you worked with him?
Oh, yeah, I worked for him. But it wasn't a job. I mean, here's a guy, he calls me, I retired from the Board of Education. He called me, Earl, let's have lunch. Okay, so we sitting there, he said, I need some help, man. So I said, well, you know, you need somebody's legs broken or something? I don't do it myself, but, you know, I can, you know, I know where to go, you know. He said, no, we reserve that for later maybe, you know. But he was growing so fast. He was really growing fast. And now he had gone from one company to 3 companies. He said, I can't handle my community relations anymore. He said, you know, people know me so well, they think they can call me and I answer the phone. I said, but, and you don't want to hurt about his feelings. He said, I need you to come and, he said, well, what would it take to get you? I said, well, for you it's not going to take a lot, you know, but you tell me what it's worth to you. So we worked a deal, you know, and I know he's gonna give me more than I'm gonna ask for, so I'm gonna let him say it, you know. So we laughed about that. But it was just his first meeting with his people, and this is how he brings me on board. He said, Earl is coming to work for us. You can be part-time. He sets his own hours, and he reports to me and me alone. And he can come and go as he pleases. So he said, Earl, anything you want to say? I said, well, now, I'd like for you to repeat that last statement about come and go as you please, you know. As it turned out, I was a full-time employee. Because, you know, here's a guy that is just a fabulous person. And boy, you wouldn't want to do anything, you know, that would hurt his chances to keep improving as a company, you know. So
you don't want to disappoint.
No, we had a good thing going.
Absolutely.